Hello everyone, Angel Arts here, and welcome back to another episode of Let's React to Heartstopper Season 2. This is episode number 5, Heat. Very, very interested in learning what exactly that is going to entail. So, our beloved characters are still in Paris and having a gay old time, but things in paradise are not quite exactly panning out. They're still having fun, don't get me wrong. But clearly there's a lot more development that needs to happen. So we're just going to cut to the chase and dive right in. Again, the music is always amazing. And so relevant. The music always so relevant. What's happening? Ooh, are we gonna finally see his dad? Come in the bathroom right now. Oh, uh-oh. He's having a gay panic. He's having a hickey panic.
Did I do that?
Yeah.
Anyone will notice?
Yeah.
But no one will notice you. Really enjoyed it.
Aww.
What
Uh-oh.
are you doing in there?
How did you get that bruise on your neck?
My God.
Tao, it's okay.
We will be having words.
Tao, you need to have your own romance. That's why. That'll help you. Stop paying attention to them. Pay more attention to you and that lady right there. Woo! Things are heating up. Bow chicka bow wow.
Oh,
It's-
Charlie Spring. Oh, who gave you that hickey? That's not ideal.
That's not ideal. Yeah, Isaac's got it.
Not hungry.
Oh, Charlie.
So if you get hungry later, we'll have a snack.
He's such a great boyfriend. He is. Feed him. Feed him.
Is it true James McEwen gave you that hickey?
He's the only other gay guy on the trips.
Okay.
Leave him alone. It's none of your business.
Yeah, seriously.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't you, James. I do like Ben's shirt, his purple-ish shirt. Okay, I really am starting to wonder what Ben's thinking now. He seems really sad about something. Is he jealous still? James is also really cute. He's very cute too. I don't think Charlie should feel embarrassed or ashamed about it. He should just be like, whatever, Sari.
Charlie Spring and
Ben?
James McEwen.
Oh, great. That's not gonna be... Oh... I hope they talk about Isaac.
Nick Nelson and Ben Holt.
The universe has such a great sense of humor. Imogen. I'm curious who else gets paired up. Is Tao and Elle getting paired up?
Tara and
I mean, they lucked out. Aww. See, she likes Tao when he's happy and himself and all that good stuff.
I know you think it's funny to point things out about people and get a laugh out of your mates, but do you ever stop and think how you're actually making people feel?
Thank you, Isaac.
Come on, Harry, where's your basic human empathy?
Thank you, Isaac. I actually love that Isaac and Harry are paired together.
Do you think Isaac thinks it was me?
Isaac knows it wasn't him.
It wasn't him, was it?
No! I love this shot.
Remember when we were walking into Truro?
No, not really.
That hurts even more. Because she feels like it didn't matter. When it clearly did to her. I hope she would just say it. Just call her out on it. But like I was saying, I do like that how this shot was done, where it pans from one group to another pair, to another pair, to another pair, in one continuous shot.
It's your mission to, mess up my life.
No, that's not it, Ben. It's not about you. It's not about you.
Charlie didn't even give me a chance to figure myself out, and then you came along and you stole him from me.
Ben, you're really having some problems right now. Fix yourself before you worry about Charlie. Worry about yourself before you worry about Charlie or anyone else. I would love to check out the Eiffel Tower. Oh, I love Elle's dress. The MVP in terms of outfits always goes to Elle. Although I do love Imogen's outfits, and actually Ben's outfits, especially today, is actually really cool too. I like James's too. It's cute. And the teachers are really... everybody in the show is so fashionable. Oh, wow. Tao looks so happy.
You need to get a selfie from my mum.
Okay.
Oh, I hope it's a good one.
Smile.
It's always a good one with those two. They're both so photogenic as a couple.
Is that hickey from you then?
Good gravy.
What if it was? You jealous?
Oh, nice comeback, Nick. Nice comeback. I'm not gay. I love how that was his retort. I'm not gay.
Did Harry just stick up for us?
Who knows?
He did.
I'm not really concerned about Harry at the
Shouldn't be
moment.
hanging out. More people might think it was you who, you know.
Let them think all they want.
You do know it was me, right?
Okay, I'm waiting for us to meet his dad. I want to know what his dad is like. All we know is that he's French.
And even if something did happen, I'd still mess it up like I always do with everything.
Even if you do mess up, it's still worth it. It's still worth it, in my opinion.
I'm basically the reason you got outed last year.
That I did not know.
Someone overheard, and next thing we know, you're getting bullied every single day.
I did not know that. Wow, really?
I never wanted to tell you because I didn't want you to hate me.
Tao.
But you know that wasn't your fault, don't you?
Yeah.
Like, that was clearly an accident.
Yes. You're not like Harry or Ben.
Tell.
Little Tao. Little Charlie.
Do you like
They're
Romeo?
so cute.
Yeah? Have you seen the Romeo and Juliet movie from the 90s? It's one of my favourite movies, and it's got a Radiohead song on the credits.
I remember it because of Leonardo DiCaprio.
Where's that Mona Lisa?
The Mona Lisa girl.
That's it. It's rubbish. What?
Darcy. That's it. This is beautiful. I love her dress. I love her necklace. I love her glasses. I love everything about her. Jeez.
It feels kind of romantic.
I like these two together, talking together. This is a good scene.
You don't have to always have figured everything out. You can just
Feel.
feel.
Yep. Come on, Elle. Just feel. Just feel it. You don't have to understand it. Just feel it. Thank you, Nick. See, I love those. I love those little chats, those little scenes. It just drives the story forward, pushes the characters forward. Oh, this melts my heart so much.
I just love being here.
They seem so
Yeah, I want
happy.
to go back to the others.
No, let them have this moment.
Now.
Yes, thank you. I just want you to be happy. Hi, Harry. Charlie. Charlie. Oh no. This was a ticking time bomb waiting to happen.
How come I've never even met your parents?
How come indeed?
Come on.
Okay, Darcy.
Why do you always avoid the issue?
I agree. Girl.
It was just a casual I love you. You said you didn't mean it like that.
But you know I did.
My girls. Oh, my girls. Ah, the show. Oh my gosh. Come on, Darcy. You've got layers. We got to peel back those layers. You're like a troll or an ogre. You're like an ogre. This is not good. This is not good. I love his sweater, though. Charlie. Nick, turn around. Nick, turn around.
Somebody get Mr. Farouk. Charlie.
Oh, jeez. I love how Tao has butterflies on his shirt, because if you remember earlier, the little comic things, there was a part where Elle saw the butterflies. There were butterflies hovering around her. And the fact that Tao has butterflies on his shirt is so on purpose. I love that. I like this moment. They're not speaking to each other, but you can tell what's being transferred back and forth.
To be towards that actual monstrosity.
Yes! Aww. Yay! They finally got an actual kiss! Yay! Aww! The butterflies! Yay! And it's cool because she has flowers. I think she has flowers in her dress. Yeah. The flowers and the butterflies and of course, the little kick up. The foot kick. So beautiful! All of this is happening while Charlie's being rushed to the hospital. Rushed to the emergency room. Finally! What was this? Episode 5? Finally! Episode 5 of 8. Now we just need to get to Isaac. I want to know what's going to happen with Isaac and James. Oh yeah, Charlie in the emergency room. He's so cute! He's cute! Yeah, eat something. Thank you, Mr. Farouk. Oh, look! Mr. Farouk's being a softie. He's being a teddy bear. I hope Nick knows. I hope he picked up on it.
I've noticed you don't really eat a lot.
Yeah. You have to listen to him, Charlie.
Yeah.
You have to. You can trust you can touch your boyfriend.
I'm sorry. I know I don't eat like normal people. Some days I'm fine, but other days I feel like I need to control it. I used to do it a lot last year, and everything at school was really bad.
Makes sense. Makes total sense.
Sometimes it feels like the only thing I can control in my life.
Oh, Charlie.
I really care about you.
He almost said it. He almost said it. Oh, it's the croissant he packed for him.
It's a bit dry.
I'm glad. He got to eat something. Oh, it's his dad. You better answer it.
Oh, it's my dad.
Answer it.
Sorry, I better...
Answer it!
Hello? What's the voice said to me? You speak French.
I thought you already knew that, Charlie.
Wait, do you like the fact that I speak French?
Yes.
Mon amour.
Oh my god, you're so cringy. You actually don't look like you're cringy, you look like you're blushing. Leave me.
I loved everything about that. I love how they tease each other. Even if it is cringe, it's still adorable by default. Is Charlie gonna get to meet Nick's dad too?
You ever mentioned your dad before?
I wonder why.
He's not the most reliable.
Ah.
I had this idea that I might introduce you to him.
As what though?
Yeah.
As your really good friend, or the one that gave him that hickey? I love this so much. Oh, they both are so great for each other. Music is always so relevant. Alright, so that was Heat, and I kind of understand why it was called Heat, because, I mean, definitely things were heating up for Elle and Tao, which I absolutely love. I thought that that was something that has been built up to for so long, but we finally got the payoff. Super awesome to see how their first kiss ended up happening. I saw it, I didn't see it coming at all, because one moment Tao was talking about whatever movie he was talking about, and then the next moment, dang, like Elle just went for it. Go girl. I'm so happy for them, and I hope that a lot of Tao's doubts will go away. Will they last forever? Obviously, you and I, as people watching characters on a show or in the graphic novel, of course we wish and hope that they will, and it feels like, as fictional characters go, that are so beloved, like Tao and Elle together, I can't imagine that wouldn't be the case. But realistically, is it possible that things between Elle and between Elle and Tao will not be endgame? That's of course very, very possible. And if it's your very first real relationship, like it seems like it is for both of them, I think. I mean, the likelihood of that is generally pretty good, that it might not last forever. But even if it doesn't, that's not the point. You can't be afraid of that. It may or may not. And even if it doesn't, that doesn't mean like that the time that you share together in that moment, in that relationship, isn't worth it. I've had a number of relationships and have fallen in love with a number of people, and I don't really regret any of the times that any of the time that I spent with any of them. Even relationships that didn't end particularly well. I feel like for me, I learned something from it, and hopefully the other person gained some things from the experience that we had together as well. And that's really the important thing, is even if it doesn't last, maybe it'll help prepare you for future relationships. Maybe it'll help prepare you to be a better person, or recognize things about yourself that you didn't learn about before, etc., etc. So those are things that is normal and understandable for Tao to worry about, but he shouldn't, because that's really just going to get in the way of something really beautiful. And some beautiful things last longer than others, but that doesn't make them less beautiful. And one could even argue if something is fleeting, or isn't particularly ephemeral, all the more reason why it's so precious, and all the more reason why it is so beautiful. If it was just like a gorgeous firework that poof illuminated the sky for just a moment, it doesn't mean that it was any less beautiful. But anyway, that was Tao and Elle. Obviously, the next big thing about this episode was dealing with Charlie's eating disorder, or just some mental health issues he's having. I didn't catch this the first time I saw season 1, but they were kind of alluding to Charlie not eating a lot in season 1 as well, how he was sort of like poking at his cereal bowl like near the beginning of season 1, how there was the instance when his sister Tori tried to offer him pizza at the beginning of episode 8 of season 1, and he said he wasn't particularly hungry. Yeah, there's a lot of moments where it looked like Charlie was avoiding food and seems to not have a great relationship with food. So I get it if that's something that he just has a struggle with. It does make a lot of sense when he says that he just feels like he has control over it. That's one thing, he has control over it. He just has to be careful, because just because you have control over it doesn't mean that it's something you should be controlling in that way. It doesn't mean that at all, I have control over... there's a lot of things that I could have control over, but if it ends up hurting me, that might not necessarily be a good thing for me to control. Just because you could doesn't mean you should. So, and I mean, easier to say than do, right? Easier said than done. Because again, he's dealing with mental health issues, and I'm super happy that Nick is so adamant about helping his boyfriend and reinforcing that he is there for him and that he really cares about him a lot. And I hope that the rest of the season continues to explore Charlie navigating through this, and that it's not just addressed in that one scene. I'd like to believe that it's not, and that it at least be touched upon once or twice maybe before the end of this scenario, just for the realism of it. I really felt deeply for my girls, for Tara and Darcy. Clearly there's something there. I love Darcy's character and the fact that she is so, light and such a great comic relief. And it's really great to see that there are definitely layers to her character, and that she's not just a one-note person. I never thought she was a one-note person. But learning a little bit more about how Tara never got to meet Darcy's parents, and she seems to deflect things a lot, and Darcy seems to be in denial and uses humor as a shield. Humor is a really awesome tool, but it also can be your worst enemy. Your own sense of humor can be your worst enemy if you use it to avoid things. It's okay to use humor as a tool to cope with things and to help others feel better. That's a wonderful use for the tool. But once the tool is being utilized to avoid and deflect things, that can be problematic if you allow it to be problematic. And I think Darcy is in that area clearly. Hopefully she's realizing it, because I do think that is one issue that really needs to be addressed in order for Tara and Darcy's relationship to be truly successful. because communication, as I always say, is super key, and that is something that Tara and Darcy, I love them to death, but they don't do great at right now, and I hope that they learn that very soon. Whereas Nick and Charlie, their communication is fantastic, not perfect. There definitely are times, especially in season 1, where I felt like they could have done to communicate more, but credit where credit is due. These are high schoolers. Credit where credit is due. So I'm not expecting a miracle from them, and all that good stuff. The other major thing that we discovered during this is that Tao apparently played a role, not on purpose, but played a role in outing Charlie by accident. I had no idea, and that really starts to... It really causes a lot of things to make sense. Because he is the kind of person who feels very guilty about things. He does feel very insecure, and maybe that's why he's so protective of Charlie, and why he was trying so hard to prevent him from getting hurt from Nick in season 1, is because he feels like he owes it to Charlie. He feels so guilty about accidentally outing probably his best friend next to Elle, and Isaac. So I'm really glad that was a part of Tao's character, because it does explain a lot. I love that we got a little bit more James. I really wish, again, I still want my Isaac man. I'm still not satisfied. We're getting some. They clearly are trying to get some Isaac stuff in there, but I haven't gotten enough. Maybe we'll get some in the next episode. I don't know. I did, however, really enjoy Isaac being paired with Harry. That was a pairing that I didn't see coming, and when it happened, I was so pleasantly relieved, because I don't know, I feel like Isaac's the kind of person that Harry could pick on, but maybe he doesn't. Like, yeah, I think Harry feels like picking on someone like Isaac just isn't worth it for him, and so Harry definitely wasn't buying what Isaac was trying to sell him, but he also wasn't bullying Isaac, it seemed. And it seemed like Isaac had the confidence. I love how Isaac didn't fear. It didn't seem like he was scared of Harry at all, which I love. And I think that's one thing I like about Isaac, is I think he has a lot more nerve. He's a bit braver than his friends. He's a bit sassier than his friends can be. And just, doesn't give a hoot to a lot of things, despite his very sweet personality, sweet and lovable personality. So it was pretty awesome how much he was trying to, I guess, influence Harry. So that was a delight, a true delight to see. I still want to see more. I keep forgetting the art teacher's name, but clear there's a story to be said about those two. I would have loved to have seen that advance more. I don't know how it's handled in the comics, so for all I know, a lot of the things that I'm commenting on right now is just the way that the comics are written out, the story beats are written out, so that's fine. Although the whole Isaac thing, Isaac's not an actual character in the comics. Didn't see much of Imogen this time, and I understand we have a large ensemble cast. There's a lot of storylines going on, and you can only do so much in any given episode. So I'm a little bit more forgiving of that. Ben, I didn't realize Ben was interested still in Charlie. That does make sense, I guess. Time hasn't really gone by that quickly. Like, I keep forgetting sometimes that this season happens immediately after season 1. So not that much time has really passed. So I don't know where that's going. Obviously, Nick and Charlie and Ben are not getting back together, obviously. But where is Ben going then? I don't know. I do not know where he's going. I hope he goes somewhere, like, somewhere semi-meaningful. Semi-meaningful. It doesn't have to be anything huge, but anything that gives you some hope, some Ben hope, that he might be able to redeem himself in some form or fashion, even if it's not in this season, but maybe leading into season 3. But we're already 5 episodes in out of 8, and he hasn't really done anything to suggest that his trajectory is moving that much. The needle is moving a tiny bit. I see tiny smidgens, but it's very negligible in the grand scheme of things. I'm not giving Ben that much credit right now for what he has and has not been giving us lately. So, yeah, great episode. Looking forward to meeting Nick's dad. I love that they're in Paris, don't get me wrong, but there are a few loose ends back home that I am very much invested in and interested in them tying up. Like David's not here. Like Nick's brother David isn't in Paris. But although maybe meeting with his dad, they might mention David at some point, and that might shed some light onto like why David is the way he is, or what the dynamic is with all that. And it's interesting because David mentioned that he was concerned about how his dad would react about the sexuality of Nick's sexuality. So, but it seemed like Nick was very interested in introducing Charlie to his dad. So I'm still not sure, is he intending on introducing him to his dad as his best friend or his boyfriend? Based on what David said, I would think he would be nervous about introducing Charlie as his boyfriend, but I don't know. He could surprise me. It's still unclear what his relationship with his dad really is. He mentioned that he's not really a huge part of his life. That doesn't mean, though, that when they do get together, that they're not at least being in a remotely semi-cordial. It sounds like he was genuinely interested in seeing his dad, and he wasn't dreading it. Unlike his brother, it seemed like he really didn't want anything to do with his brother. He didn't want to spend any time with his brother. Whatever relationship he has with his dad, it doesn't feel like that. And it doesn't even feel like, I could be wrong, I could be read this wrong, it doesn't even feel like he's going to see his dad just out of pure obligation, and not because, he feels like he has to go see his dad since he happens to be in Paris. I don't think that's the case, although Nick does strike me as the kind of son, as the kind of person who would do things out of obligation because he should and not because he actually wants to. I don't think that's really happening here, but we'll find out more, I guess, in episode 6. But until then, thank you everybody for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think of this season so far and how you believe it compares to the last season. And we'll talk again in episode 6. Until then, everyone, love yourselves and love each other.